Hey folks, Chip Clay here. If you're watching this video, you've probably been doing a search out on the internet or YouTube to try to come up with building plans for one of these Schleich type of horse stables and barns. And I thought I would share with you what I did for my build when I was looking, because I found some pictures and stuff, and some people had plans for selling stuff. So right off, I want to give you the dimensions for what I did for my horse stable here. Feel free to do a screenshot or either pause it and write down the dimensions. Again, these are just rough building numbers for you to work with there. It's not anything chiseled in stone, but at least that'll give you an idea. Maybe you can see some of the things that I did in my particular build, and it'll give you some ideas for yours as well. Like I said, I wanted to try to make it as realistic looking as I could, but still yet as playful for a child to be able to access and work with. Like I said, I wanted to do some, what you would call, I guess, an open concept for it. So I made it to where that you can take the top off of it on each side there. You'll notice I used ceramic magnets to hold it in place. Those seem to work pretty well on the top there. I'm glad I did that and went that route with those. Put a little light in the top of it. That's from Hobby Lobby. That's where I got the magnets at as well for that. I recommend going with the rare earth magnets if you do that. They seem to be much stronger. I use some of those. I'll show you in a second. The front and the back come off of it as well. The sides raise up on it so that you can access down into your horse stalls. I still want to do some like hay feeders and grain feeders and water troughs, things like that. All the gates open on all of going into the stable area of the barn on each side, as well as this top raises up also. But like I said, I wanted to, use that open concept look to it there. So I made it to where that the front will come off of it, where that you can get back into all the gates going into the inside of the stable, maybe go up the ladder into the hay loft, whatever it is that you might want to do. The back of it will come off as well here. And I think roughly those windows are, I think that's a 2 by 2 or 2.5 by 2 on the windows. And I forget what that one is. I think it's 3 by 4 or 3 by 5. But they're about 2.5, 3 inches up. I use the horse there as a measuring tool for my heights and stuff like that when it comes to it. Like I said, the back will come off. These rare earth magnets are much stronger than the ceramic type that you see here. So that's why I say I recommend using the rare earth if you go that route with it. Probably 95% of all the lumber I used in this was just old scrap lumber that I ripped these uprights and the beams and stuff out of a piece of 3/4 inch 1 by 10 board. I just ripped them. Some of them are not even the same size. I would recommend using the same size. When it comes to it, it'll make it a little bit easier for you there as far as your measurements and stuff like that. But it's just like I said, old scrap stuff I had laying around that I used for this. For the secondary little barn area that we have over here, made it to where that you can take the top off of it as well. That will give you access down into this area over here for you to play as well. Left this one area open over here to park a tractor. This gate will open going to the outside. This one opens going to the inside. And of course, you can turn this around, move it, put wherever you want. I put felt on the bottom of all this as well, so it didn't scratch. You know, if it was on the table or a hardwood floor or something like that, you don't want it to get scratched. It's pretty tough and durable. I've dropped this several times building it. It doesn't seem to hurt it, so far so good. I'm trying to make it kid-proof, if you know what I mean. For the field area, I put magnets on the bottom of my fence rails as well. That way, there's a magnet that I put down in the field also, so when I set it there, it just sort of locks in place. And if a kid knocks it over or something, all you gotta do is set it back up and it's gonna snap back into place there. Of course, I made them some little jumps and things like that if they want to do that. If you want to move this area away, I made additional fencing to where that all you got to do is set it in place, and it'll lock in there to give you that additional play area for that. But maybe some of the things I did will give you ideas for your build as well. But anyway, happy play, enjoy it. If you use it, feel free to leave a comment or any suggestions. Like I said, you know, this was just sort of my idea of how I envisioned it, and look forward to lots of playtime and happy hours and memories being built with our little play barn here. Thanks.